Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are we getting on? Welcome to Through the Keyhole. So this is a brand new series, and ever since Fallout 76 first came out, quite a few people have suggested I have a look around some other people's camps and make a video out of that. But I felt previously that it was a little bit of an invasion of privacy, particularly with people building off the beaten path, but now we have player vending in the game. Anybody who sets that up is openly marking their camp on the map and inviting people to come and have a look around, so that puts that problem out of the window. So I thought we'll do it. And yeah, the idea here is just to have a look around, see what other people are doing, maybe pick up a bit of inspiration. I'm going to try and avoid being too much of a critique or anything like that. But yeah, it should be fun. I want to state for the record, of course, with the exception of this camp here anyway, none of them are my camps, they are other players' camps. So without too much further ado, let's take a look at some builds, shall we? Okay, so this one's fairly close to the top of the world, right by the road here. The little compact little build, the ever popular brick tab in use here. Got a interesting use of the little concrete barricades there that I quite like. Floating issue is the curse of building in Fallout 76, unfortunately. There's not much we can do about that. Player vending out front, nice and easily accessible for everybody. Junk extractor there as well. So the first thing I noticed that I really do like about this one is they've made a distinct effort to avoid it being overly boxy, put a bit of a sloped roof on there, which is quite cool. Back edge is a little flat for my taste, but it looks pretty cool. Nothing too uniform about it, which is cool. Nice little accent wall on the inside here. All the necessary conveniences, your workbenches, your stash box there. Got a little separate room here in the corner, which is for the generator. It's a bit unfortunate that door goes straight through the weapons workbench there. Curious as to why they've put a turret inside here. Guess they've had some problems with the creatures getting in there, but you wouldn't think that would be an issue, but who knows. So decoration is a little on the Spartan side down here, but it's functional. Love the grand piano. Seen quite a few people using the half walls around staircases here, which I'm not entirely sure why. With the internal ones it might be a bit of an issue to put railings on, but with this one, I think railings would be just fine. Unfortunately, the doors are locked, so not able to go and have a look out on the balcony there, but it's a nice little addition. I like the way the roof slopes down either side of the entrance there, or the way out onto the balcony, which is very, very cool. So for the record, there's not really much point in locking camps up these days. Unless you don't put windows in, it's dead easy to get inside. And it doesn't really achieve anything. It's not like anybody can steal your stuff, so it's all in your stash box after all. So, onto another camp. This one is, if I remember rightly, not too far from Flatwoods. Bit of a movable design here. So, all the props spread out the front here. The water purifiers. Full adhesive farm on the go with a bit of razor grain too. The steps here clipping through the ground, these concrete ones, will make it rather difficult to move, but otherwise it should be easy enough to just pick up and put wherever you want. Bit of an unusual build, or not really my style, shall we say, in that it's very, very open and it's just a series of platforms, but I do like the offset walls that allow turret emplacements. That's quite a cool little feature. See, we've got all the workbenches out, easily accessible. Fortunately, the rain is dragging down the view a little bit and going straight through the roof, which is the joys of Fallout 76 sometimes, but there we go. Nice little piano area there, that's quite cool. Player vending set up around the side here. I like the use of the twinkling lights. It makes the place look kind of welcoming, which is cool. If the weather was a little better, we'd have a cracking view out from here, but here's what it is. Not quite convinced about the toilet here. It's tucked away from the rest of the camp, but it's got a nice view, but not quite as private as I think I might prefer. Head up on the roof. We've got a bit of a social area up here. A few instruments, bit of a fireplace. Sure about having a fire on the roof, but, you know. Basketball hoop as well. You can imagine you spend a lot of time going chasing the ball after it's gone off the roof, though. Yeah, effective. I like the use of the fast snack streamers as well. A very, very welcoming appearance. Got the evening drawing in a little bit with this one. It's over by the Whitesprings here, which is a very popular area, particularly now with player vending. Got a lot of people who are trying to be more centrally located, and it works quite well there. I do like this one, using mixed materials here again. A few bits and pieces from the wood tab combined with the brick one as well. Makes a nice effect. Managed to break up the form factor of the building as well quite a bit, which avoids the boxiness of it. Bungee boards there, just protecting the turrets. Dead ghoul, because upon my arrival, as often is the case, have enemies spawning in and attacking the camp, so did the polite thing and defended the place for the owner. That fellow out. A lot of people using the Vault Boy rather, cardboard standees to point the way to their player vending areas. Nice little ancillary building here with the vending machines at the back there. Like the use of the rolling metal door there, so they can close up shop if they want to. Have a look inside. Got a little bit going on here. It'd be nice to see a bit more on the walls, but it's cool. Everything you need. Fusion core generators are nice and protected as well, so that's a good shout. The Yaogwai head looks a little oversized in just about any camp, I think. Could do with being a bit smaller. I know it wouldn't be quite so realistic then, but they are a bit much sometimes. Head upstairs, it's much smaller up here, but into the wooden part it's nice and cosy. Pretty poking through the window a little bit, but such is life. Bulldozer feature doesn't deal with that. But yeah, nice little cosy bedroom there. Quite like that. I think that's one of my favourite parts of this little build I've stumbled across here. Very nice. Blinking sign out there is unfortunately shining right through the walls, but a welcoming fireplace out the front. Do like these war hero statues. Good fun. They do that, which is always cool. Yeah, nice little build there. And over here we have the last one for this little episode, which is, again, not far from the Whitesprings, we're just up the cliff here, and this is definitely a build after my own heart. I like it a lot. We've got the Fastnap bonfire out there, the Box Hedge Deathclaw, which is always cool. Recent addition to the Atomic Shop, or recent free edition actually, I think. It might not even be in the Atomic Shop. Quite a popular approach here to put a couple of floors on the outside of the building there to provide a turret emplacement, which is quite cool. Taking advantage of the little rise in the land here as a bit of extra security, blocked off with a bit of fence, which is good thinking. Keep any attackers just far enough away for the turrets to deal with, which is a good shout. I like the fact this tree has been incorporated into the build as well. That's very cool. It's sort of built around that, which really adds to the look of the thing, I think. And really nice aesthetic there. And whilst my intention is generally to keep this relatively anonymous, if you're going to stick your name over the door, anonymous you're not going to be. There we go. I do like the welcoming kind of entrance there. It's very friendly and come on in. It's nice. A lot of decoration in this one, which is really cool. Get the balloons added to attract attention to the vending machines. I like the use of the shelf there as a bit of an internal partition, which is quite cool. The workbenches around. Someone's got a little desk to have meetings out there as well. I'm quite impressed with the size they've managed to pull off with this as well. I'm guessing it's very close to the build limit, especially with all the decorations, but it works well. It's a good, spacious little camp. It doesn't feel too cramped, which is cool. Quite jealous of some of the paintings too. Got to find those plans. I'd imagine they're at Whitespring and exorbitantly priced, but something I need to save up for on my building save. A lot of nice decorations in here. They've managed to get a few things on top of furniture as well, making it feel a lot more lived in and homely, which is really cool. Like that a lot. Little balcony out here. Really cool little location. There's a few little spots here I wouldn't mind building myself, which would be quite cool. Around the corner, a bit narrow there, but I'm guessing that's also right on the edge of the build zone as well from the look of this. Nice view out there over towards Freeway and Whitespring. Whitespring Station in particular. Yeah, very cool. Fastnax streamers are absolutely huge. They do break up that blank wall very nicely, which is always cool to see. Back around, yeah. Very nicely decorated, very comfortable, easy to move through as well, which is good, especially if you're going to get quite a few players hanging out in here. They've also done something that is becoming increasingly popular, which is labelling all the different vending machines and putting different groups of items in them, so that any visitors can quickly find what they want to buy, which is a smart idea. run into the usual issue with building or placing items directly onto the world ground rather than on a foundation, and that it's not level and things end up floating, which is a bit unfortunate. But yeah, nice view out of the Whitespring from their little kind of patio there. So, yeah, some cool little builds there. Hope they were inspirational. If you happen to spot yours, feel free to shout up and say hello. If this does alright, I might do a few more of these videos. It's kind of fun to have a bit of a nosy around other people's houses and take a peek through the keyhole. So I do hope you enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments if you did. Let me know what you think. As always, social media links popping up about right now. They're down in the description as well if you'd like to catch up with me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. And do drop by on one of the live streams as well. We're having a lot of fun. For now, thank you guys very much for watching. And I look forward to speaking to you all very, very soon.